Hi, this is Ceiling Ninja. Welcome to the second supplemental for the Actraiser Let's Play. This is Bloodpool. I'm just going to show you this one here. Something I didn't mention while doing the Fillmore supplemental. When I mentioned how many points you need, the 20,200, which in actually in Bloodpool's case is 27,100, it's actually not the total for Act 1. You only need to get that much in Act 1 if you are then going to try to max out the population before you go to Act 2, which I have been doing just so I could show it to you. Otherwise, it only is the total points between the two acts that you need to get that much. So, say you get, let's go with Fillmore, say you got 10,000 in the first act, you need 10,100 in the second act, and you'll be able to get, 10,600 in the second act in order to be able to get the maximum population. So, it's a little bit less tedious if you do it that way. This is I'm just doing it this way so that I can show you precisely how much you get maximum. It's a little bit easier to do it this way than it is the other way. So, this is Bloodpool's first act. It's pretty diabolical, I admit. It's mostly that lizard man up top who kills me and anything. And I hate the gnomes, they're pains in the butt. I almost actually died at this point. It was tricky. But I managed to beat it. Otherwise you wouldn't be seeing this, to be honest. So yeah, Bloodpool is 27,100 for the maximum population, which is pretty tedious if you're going to grind through it in one level like this. You can get a pretty decent number of points in the second act. I actually did, and probably would have been able to beat it very easily. But since I'm doing this way, yeah. Tedious level, annoying level. I do not like Bloodpool level at all, actually, now that I've played it back and forth about 6,000 times. It's good when you go the first way, but when you go this way, it's just a pain in the butt. So here I was going to run and beat the boss, and, expected, I'll beat him in this turn, without paying that much attention to something more important that's kind of up in the top there. I didn't know how much time I had when I started this boss. And at this point I was like, oh crap, I don't have enough time to beat him. I could beat him if I was perfect with every hit, but I wasn't. I kept missing, so I was like, I'll just beat him face to face, and I died. So back to the drawing board here, back to the grindstone, whatever they call it. Don't really care about that thing. And the crazy, boring, long, annoying Manticore, whatever they call it, boss battle. Just not a very fun boss. I do not like this boss either. I think Bloodpool is the worst opening act. It's just tedious to get through the level. You keep getting bounced into the swamp, and the boss is the easiest in the game if you just sit there in one place. No other boss you can sit in one... Well, unless you shoot him with magic stardust, but that's beside the point. No other boss you can stand in one point and kill him. Alright. Now, maximizing Bloodpool is similar to maximizing Fillmore. You have to do a specific amount of fighting. You have to do a specific order of building. It's best to do the north first. You can do it not north first, but then it gets a little tricky, and it's just easier doing it north first. So, get through the north, get all this stuff done, have them build stuff. I don't remember what they're talking about there. I think it was Teddy. Compared to the meanness that these guys showed in the Fillmore, they're relatively tame this time, it seems. I don't think the white dragons ever actually attacked. The bat basically ran around like a nutcase, and the red devil just kind of Just flew around, doing nothing important. That's why actually I thought at this point somehow I screwed up with the points and they had like gone to easy mode or something like that, and I was like, how many bats are in there? And I saw that number and I was like, is that really how many there are? Is that good? I'm not sure. Anyway, we're coming up to the first really frustrating part, and this is the best I could do for showing how to do it. It's a little bit clumsy, but you know, it's the best. I can't really do much else than that. There's some weed in there. Just a couple more seconds of fighting and running around and sealing monsters' lairs. Here it is. Okay. They want me to help them build bridges. I was waiting. Alright, at this point, once you seal that last monster's lair, you want to go back to the temple and stop there before you do this specific building, which I'm going to show with pointy arrows. That direction, then that direction. Then after that, you want to do another specific building, like this. More pointy arrows, which I kind of show a little bit, but just in case you didn't see. Let's give that back to Timmy. Get the skull, destroy the red devil's lair. Get more wheat. I don't think I needed that much wheat. You only need wheat in two. You only really need wheat in two regions. Alright, after you seal this monster's lair, there's another group of very particular order paths you have to go. From the monster's lair, like that, exactly like that, back to that point. I'll move that way in a sec. Like that. And after that, there's only two more sequences of confusing thing I actually show you there. Like that, there, back, back, stop. So you go like that. At this point, you only have the white dragon left, so it's not really hard at all to do anything. And after that, there's only one left. One more confusing area of building order or building path, which I show here. I actually screw up in the game real quick, but it's not. I mean, I just go back and cancel it, but yeah, that's the order, like that. Once you get there, you will have perfectly done this level. Only 3 bridges. That's the maximum amount that you need. And now here I'm just, same things before, waiting for my population to get up. I'm actually waiting for my population to get up to a certain level. I could now, if I wanted to, start to take out buildings with lightning, but it's so much more satisfying doing it another way, which I should have actually gotten up then, but I guess it must have been over 1400, not exactly 1400, and they got confused. But at this point, I get it, I think. No? I should have. Okay, weird. Anyway, at that point you get 160, and you can use Earthquake. Earthquake only destroys level 1 and level 2 buildings, like I mentioned before. So you don't have to worry about lightninging everything. Oh, and apparently the sad people moved. Not much left on this, only about a minute more. Just showing you off the max amount. Bloodpool is another one of those very confusing ones that you have to do a specific order, and besides Bloodpool and Fillmore, there aren't that many difficult ones. The other 6 regions, I think it's 6. The other 6 regions or so, they are very easy to max. You only need to get the maximum amount of points and then just basically run around in circles and fill in every possible area. I got 1,700 things. I'm already at the next level up. And seeing as I'm actually close to the end, I think there's one more burst of people out and then quit. Yeah. Alright, this is the max you can get, 874 people. Anyway, this has been Ceiling Ninja. I hope you have a good day. And you